Well, Valentine's Day is coming up, and so how about give everybody a nice looking heart? And yeah, check it out. And it's colored on both sides, and it doesn't really look nice on this side, but on this side, oh yeah. And it's three-dimensional. Check that out. Alright, you guys ready to learn how to fold it? Ready, set, here goes. Okay, so for this heart, I'm going to use a 6-inch square of kami. Okay, so let's begin white side up, and let's fold in half. And don't actually fold it all the way across. I mean, you could, but you might end up with an extra crease. So I'm just going to make a crease mark there, and a crease mark there. Okay, unfold, and fold this edge to these two crease marks. And this time, you can actually fold it all the way across. Okay, and rotate like this. And now let's fold in half. And if you fold all the way across, you might end up with an extra crease. So I'm just going to make a little crease mark, probably about maybe ½ an inch, like that. Okay, now unfold. And now we're going to take these two edges, like this, and we're going to fold them both up. So that way they're both equal, and they both touch. And yeah, sometimes you get lucky, so like this. If you want it to be easier, then just make a crease all the way across when we fold in half. But yeah, this is only if you don't want any creases on your heart. Okay. Alright, like this, and this is going to become the heart right here. Yep, so we're getting there. Alright, so now we're going to take this edge, well this point, and we're going to fold it to the midpoint. We're going to fold it to the midpoint right there. Okay. And crease sharply. And repeat on this side. Fold this edge to this edge. Okay, like this, and unfold. And now let's reverse fold them. So we're going to open here. Open this pocket, make sure you lift both edges up right there. And push this paper in, like this. Yep, that should be pretty easy, because it's on existing creases. And repeat on this side. Like that. Okay, and now what we're going to do is, we're going to take this edge, and we're going to fold it up how much? Don't fold it to the edge. You want to fold beyond it. So you can look at it from the side, and we want to try and estimate thirds. So you want this, so from this point to that point to be equal to this. Just look at it, so make sure it's in the middle right there. It doesn't really need to be perfect, just do your best. Alright, and you can go ahead and crease sharply. Okay, and rotate like this, and take this edge and fold it to the top. And this is how you can check yourself if your thirds are perfect. And make sure you don't see any white right there. And yeah, that was pretty good right there. Okay, you can crease sharply. Okay, like this. And now what we're going to do is, let me zoom in for this. We're going to open this flap like this, and we're going to squash here. Like this. Alright. And repeat on this side. Okay, like this. And now comes a pretty tricky step. This is the hardest step of the whole model. So this is actually optional. So if you're not experienced enough with this step, then you don't need to do this, but it'll make the heart look nicer. It'll be colored on this side also, so you don't see any white. So for novices, I just recommend not doing this step. But if you're up for the challenge, then here we go. So let's fold this flap up, and we're going to take this flap and we're going to shove it inside like this. And it's not going to really fold inside because this flap is kind of in the way. So you just have to kind of just fold it inside, like you have to kind of open the side up right here. And that should allow you to fold it inside like this. And repeat on the side. Okay, like this. And reclose it like that. Whew, that was a tricky step. So if you're able to do that, then congratulations. All right. So now we're gonna do is we're gonna take these two flaps and fold them down like this. If I can zoom out a little bit. All right, and now we're gonna open this pocket and we're gonna tuck them inside. So this flap tucks into this pocket. Just kind of stick it in there like this. This is also tricky, but not as tricky as the last step. This is probably the second hardest step of the whole model. Just like that. There, that wasn't so bad. And this flap goes into this pocket. And that's what locks it together too. Alright, you just have to kind of curl it in there. Ugh, it's not cooperating. There you go. Just get it in there somewhat. Okay, there you go. Good enough. That was tricky. Alright, and now take this edge and fold it up like this, right on that line. And crease that really sharply. We want this to be flat. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to take this edge and we're going to fold it to this edge. And that's quite a lot of layers there, so I hope you... So yeah, this model is best folded from thin paper like Kami, or even maybe thinner. But printer paper, I don't really recommend it. Okay. It might be possible to add printer paper. Okay. And now take this flap and fold it, this interior flap, and fold it to the side like this, just like turning the page of a book. And now to lock it, fold this corner all the way to the bottom inside. Just like we're making a box, like that. Alright, and flatten it. Okay, we're almost done. And let's do that on this side. Here we go. And I'm going to do it without talking. Alright, like that. Okay. And now we're just about done. We just need to make the crevice, and this is also not too tricky, but a little bit tricky. So we're gonna, and this will kind of three-dimensionalize it too. So we're gonna do is we're gonna take this. There, I'm gonna make the lighting better. Okay, so we're gonna do is we're gonna take this edge and we're gonna kind of push it down like this, and we want to make like a diamond shape, like this. See, and just take the two sides. See, like this. And this is really to taste. This is how big you want your crevice. So if you want like a really small crevice, then make the diamond small. But yeah, just do it like this however you can. Alright, and once you did that, there is the heart. And you kind of just flatten it like this. Don't make any creases right here, be careful. And there it is. There is our nice looking heart. And yeah, and it's not really an action model. Or it could be a flicker. And what's also cool about this model is that you can turn it upside down and press on this point and it flips over just like that. See? Check that out. Isn't that cool? See? It just flips over. It's best to do it fast. See? So yep, it is an action model. Or maybe you can spin on the desk. Yep. Yeah. Alright. And if you make it flat like this, without the crevice on it, it can be a flicker. Okay, so to do that, you just undo this part, pull right there, and then make it as flat as possible. Alright, and then now let's turn over on this side, and take this and fold it up just a tad, just about like this. It's to taste, but just a little bit like this. And repeat on this side. It'll hopefully keep this edge down better. And crease that really sharply. So use the desk and just make everything as flat as possible. Or, you know, as you can mention, you can stick it under something heavy. overnight and keep it really flat. So yeah, there it is. And maybe give it a little bit of curvature also, like this. That'll hopefully keep that edge down. Alright, and there it is. And you could flick it like this, but I'm just gonna flick it like this because this is how I flick flickers. Alright, here we go. I'll show you how to fly it. Okay, so I'm gonna hold it right here where the crevice was, and I'm gonna flick on this slanted edge. So here we go. It's not the best flicker in the world because, you know, it's got some flaps on it, but it flies okay though. Honestly, I kind of liked how it was before, when it was the nice looking heart. So don't do this if you don't want to. But only if you like flickers, then you can do this if you'd like. This is completely optional. But yeah, it's a pretty good flicker though. Here, I'll flick it one more time. Yeah, it's just like a really sweet looking model. So yeah, there it is. Let's see if it'll spin on the desk here. Yeah, barely. Yeah, it's not really a spinner. So yeah, there it is. Alright, well, hope you guys were able to do that. And make sure you subscribe. And happy Valentine's Day!